still July 31st. I just want to record this before I forget. I went for a walk and I was really angry. I was angry when I went for a walk. I was angry and I was trying to just like let it go, just let it go. Oh, because I heard MJ's, so for the month, next month, right? She posted Leo's today. And I listened to Leo because that's my North Node. Which just pissed me off. Pissed me off. I was pissed. And it was about my energy. And you know, just when, you know, I know that I can be very passive aggressive. Like, I know that about myself. And so I was trying to like, just let it go, Yubi. Just let it go. Just let it go. And again, the anger's with myself. The anger's with myself. Because of how I'm repeating, right? I keep repeating the same freaking cycle. This one's different. But I think just reflecting in the videos and just... it's shifting. I know it's shifting. It's just shifting. My emotions are shifting. And I feel it. I definitely feel it. But I kept reflecting. I'm like, did I always jump in too quickly? I'm like, I don't... And then I thought about my ex. And I still have to do all the paperwork. And then I realized, I'm like, I didn't jump in too quickly with him. Like, I didn't. I mean, I remember with him, it was so slow. But, you know, we were kids. We didn't know anything. Well, I knew more than he did. And I remember that first year was so hard for me because I'm just like, when's he gonna hold my hand? And I was waiting for him to make the first move, and I was getting frustrated. And I'm like, why is he taking forever? It took him like 3 months to hold my hand. It took him, because I was even counting. I'm like, we got together in September, October, November, December. October, November, December. It took him, like, I just remember it took him really long. And even longer to kiss me. I want to say it was in March when he finally kissed me. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, it took forever. I didn't jump in to do the deed quickly. But it was a year in. It was a year in. Before we jumped into bed. And so then... And we dated like 7 years on and off before we got married. And I was just like, I don't feel like that. If anything, it just felt longer. So to go from one, and then I realized I went from one extreme, right? Of waiting, me knowing more, but him, it was just longer. And I wasn't emotionally like, you know, I wasn't. It was very methodical. And then going to this extreme where I jumped in too quickly. And that's what I was angry about myself. That's what this whole walk was, that realization of like, if I'm just projecting the anger, I'm really angry at myself. I'm really angry at myself for doing that, for jumping in too quickly. But again, this awareness that it needed to unfold in that way because I hadn't had that experience. It's just, it sucks that I have to be 40. And then I have to be 40 to get that experience, right? When so many people have it so much younger. A lot of other people learning the opposite. But again, everything's purposeful. But there's just this frustration at the same time with just knowing so many... There are more women that are just... They just know more than men. and yet men still control a lot more around us. That's what I was thinking about too. I was like, not anymore. It's gonna change, and it's gonna take time, but it's already changing. Keeps changing. And that's what I was thinking about. I was frustrated. Trying to stay balanced with my emotions. But yeah, like I was power walking it. That's how pissed I was. It's like, you're mad at yourself, Yubi. You're mad at yourself because that's not what you used to do, right? That's not how you did it, and then you did it, right? And this is the consequence of it. So it's just anger towards myself, really. For getting myself in that situation. But I know it'll shift. I mean, it already is. It's just, you know, the trigger just comes back, and then it's just like, okay. It is what it is. But anyways, that's what I was thinking about. I was just like, I didn't jump in quickly before. Like, it's not like this was, and the reason why it's being triggered is because I'm working on the presentation and just kind of reviewing what I'm going to say for each slide. And I'm looking at the behavioral one and actions and how there's a domino effect with our choices. And then I was thinking, I'm just like, I didn't jump in quickly before. I went from one extreme to the other. So, anyways, that's all. Hi, my name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learned to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me.